Of course, I was always going to review your guys' squads, man. You know that wasn't going to stop. Guys, in FIFA 19, we did a ton of reviewing squads in this channel at different points of the year. It was pretty fun to do that way, but I've never done this kind of series idea, or when I was doing this series from the beginning of the year. So this is going to be really interesting. And I'm excited to do this today because I feel like it's not stale. I feel like this is so fresh with these players, and I think a lot of you guys watching the video, maybe you guys get some insights on some of these starter squads. If you enjoyed the video, guys, drop a thumbs up. Basically, what I did this morning was I said, I was like, good morning, tweet me your starter squad. So what we're going to do today, guys, we're going to go through a bunch of my viewers' starter squads, and maybe you guys can get some help from it. Maybe all that can help you out. If you guys enjoy it, drop a thumbs up. I'd say from the comments down below, man, let me know the squad, in today's video that you guys enjoy the most. Like, what one has the most balance. What I'm going to do today when I do look at the squads, guys, I'm going to talk about the players in the squad, but I'm also going to kind of give a little bit of a price idea, because I don't want you guys to just think that these squads are going to be cheap, but some will be cheap. So let's get into the video, guys. I've chosen a few squads already that I've looked at. Okay, so we have a starter squad coming in here from Hakan, and he said this one looks different. So this is going to be a squad that, in my opinion, would be extremely affordable. You're not going to have to spend a lot of coins to get this squad. Just to tell you guys off the bat, this is literally probably a 15K squad, which is a good thing. And it's probably something a lot of you guys are looking for. Cheaper squads, things like that. You start out with Paul Lopez and net, and the only reason this guy would be expensive at any point is he's an 83. That's it. So 83 rated, not going to cost you too much there. Juan Jesus is going to be really cheap this year because Juan Jesus got a huge downgrade, so I don't think he'll be expensive at all. Then you've got Kolarov as well, and Kolarov's not going to be amazing just because of the 69 pace. So again, another player in this team that will probably just stay cheap or only be expensive because of SBCs. The second you go MLS, the second it gets cheap. I liked what's trying to happen here. Martinez actually has a really nice card this year. There's going to be a switching game somewhere with all these guys. I'm pretty sure that Martinez is going to go up top. Stepanenko is going to come back. But again, this is like a 10,000 coin squad. It's not expensive. I think Marlos is still a 5-star skiller, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a cool little concept to get in your team. I don't love the team. I don't think the team will perform amazing, I'm going to be honest with you. But I think it's a very, very cheap team. All right, this one is interesting. This is like a Bundesliga starter squad. At the right wing, guys, is Skov, just so you guys understand that. You've got Poulsen at striker. Poulsen's got a decent card. I don't really think Poulsen's going to be that expensive because his card is not amazing. I think that, only the amazing cards are going to be really expensive early on. And just keep in mind, guys, price-wise, if a card is not over 83 rated, its supply is going to be crazy with all the packs getting open. So I don't think Poulsen will be that expensive. Then you've got Onyekuru at left wing, who's actually a pretty good card. That's one of my favorite cards going into the game early on just because of what it offers. He's going to be 4-star, which is very, very solid. So that's something to keep in mind. Ben Yedder, obviously, he's going to move Ben Yedder up top. I don't know what he's going to play in game, but Ben Yedder is going to be a good one. Ben Yedder is going to be expensive, guys. I'm just giving you the heads up. He's going to help a lot of people link players and teams, and I think he's, from my opinion, very sought after early on, so I think he's not going to be cheaper than 20, 30K. I think that's what it'll be, at least first week in league. Delaney's got a really solid card because you've got all 70s and low 80s in starter stats, which is really nice to have. So Delaney's not going to be cheap at all either. Zakaria, I spoke about this in my Strong Link Triangles video. You guys should check that out. It's on the main channel. If you want, but Zakaria is not going to be cheap either. Zakaria is a very good card, and he fits into the Mbabu and the Akanji thing. And then Sommer as an 84 will just be high because of 84 rateds. Mukiele looks solid. I think Mukiele will be the third in line because they've got Upamecano and Konate. So Mukiele's a solid-looking card. Brasilian's going to be very, very sought after. I think when this game comes out, though, this team is still going to only be 40K. I think first week in league, you might be looking 60 to 70K with this team, and that's only because of Ben Yedder and Akanji. So Brazilian might add up a little bit into that as well, but for the most part, it's a good team and it's affordable. All right, this is coming in from my boy Matt for trading. Let's see this team. What did he comment on the team? Not really a proper starter squad, but first weekend league. Can't see many being over 30 to 40K. I think he's right. I think the only guys that I would say might be over 30 to 40K have a chance would be Hernandez and Gnabry and maybe Werner. I think Goretzka will be just about 30K. I think Witzel will be just about 30K. But all in all, this is a really sick team. Coman is going to be dope. Werner's going to be dope. Gnabry's going to be unbelievable. I think Gnabry's going to be the best attacker on this team. Gnabry's 4-star. Guys, he's got 90 pace, 81 shooting, 85 dribbling, sick card. His midfield is unbelievable, especially if he's playing 4-2-3-1 or whatever he's playing. He could play 4-1-2-1 narrow because you could do Witzel at CDM, because he's medium high, and you could do Goretzka and Brandt as outside mids, and then you could end up doing, like, I would say maybe Gnabry at cam with Coleman and Werner at strikers. That's a really nice load up. And then if you did 4-2-3-1, you could do, obviously, I feel like Gnabry, probably Brandt cam, Werner striker, Coleman and Gnabry wide mids, Goretzka and Witzel CDMs. That's a sick team. Rasilian Hernandez, Akanji backline is dope. Berkey's going to be dope. Berkey's got 89 reflexes. I don't like judging goalkeepers, but Berkey with 89 reflexes is something to look at. And Babu's also solid looking. And Babu's like the go-to Bundesliga right back this year, it seems. So I'm not surprised with the selection of Mbabu. What I would say is overall, Werner's not going to be cheaper than 30. Coleman won't be cheaper than 20. You're going to be looking at the attack about 100K. Midfield probably looking at close to like 75, 80K. And backline, this is probably a 300,000 coin team. 250 to 300K for this weekend league. But it's a good starter team. So, like, this is a team that I do really like because there's a lot of really important players in the squad. So I'm liking the look of the team. This is coming in from Dark Heist, another Bundesliga team, but also a hybrid, which is kind of why I like it. Did he put a comment about the team at all? No, he didn't put a comment, but this must be... Let's see. He must be okay playing Aurora off Chem, I assume. He's got a lot of really usable players in here. I really like Areola in net. I think Areola is always like an OP FIFA card. Eder Militao is also a really good card. Mendy's also a very solid card. Aurora is also a really good card. This is a really nice team. Havertz is going to be sick. The only downside with Havertz, man, is that I thought he was going to be 4-star, 5-star. Guys, if you don't know already, they took away Havertz's weak foot, so he's not going to be 5-star weak foot. He's going to be 4-star weak foot. Timo Werner's going to be sick. 92 pace, 81 shooting, 83 dribbling. Idrissa Gana Gay is going to be decent. 73 pace, 85 defending. So Gay, I would make sure I'm playing at CDM because he's medium high. He's a little smaller, but he's not that small, but definitely make sure you're going to play him at CDM. Witzel looks very nice as well. Draxler looks nice. Aurora looks nice. Mendy, Militao, Akanji, DaCosta, Areola. DaCosta looks very good as well. DaCosta had this leak of a card that was going to be like 86 pace and all this stuff and crazy, but I still think DaCosta looks pretty good, so keep an eye out on him. I'm really in love with Akanji and Militao. That center back pairing that you have in your team is going to be unbelievable. Both medium high, 79 pace on both, and then 80s in defending. Both can, you know what's the thing that's so good about that combination, guys? So take notes about your starter teams. Both of his center backs can dribble. Look at his center backs dribbling. His center backs dribblings are comparative to the left and the right back, which is crazy. So very nice team. I think this team will probably cost you less than the previous team, but I think you're still looking at like 250, 200, man. The thing is, Werner, Havertz, Witzel are expensive. I think Militao and Mendy are going to be so expensive. I'll say about 200K for this team, 150 to 200. I think Militao and Mendy are just going to blow up and end up being so expensive, guys. This is coming in for YL. How the hell is this a starter squad? What am I looking at here? Okay, so we've got... In terms of, like, players, yeah, this is a really good team. Allison's going to give the link to Van Dijk. Van Dijk's going to be the best center back in the game to start off with. Kyle Walker's going to be sick. Ndombele's solid. I like Ndombele. Conte, Pogba, very good. Very defensive-minded midfield. In my opinion, I think defensive-minded midfield. So I think that's something to consider. Aubameyang and Son up top is going to be the sweatiest thing ever. Son is going to, like, break controllers, and if you add Aubameyang to the mix... That's an unbelievable strike force in the front too. So that's crazy. KDB is going to be sick because KDB's got a 5-star weak foot and he's high. And what I would do is make sure you just set the instruction on the cam to stay forward because a lot of the time if the cam is high and you don't set them to stay forward, they're going to come back a ton. So just do that. Mendy, Varane are solid. Mendy, Varane is a perfect link. That's going to be in my perfect link video as well. I've got a perfect link video that I'm going to drop tomorrow. I mean, that's a really solid link. This is going to be a very expensive team. I'm not even going to try to put a price point on this team because this team is in the millions. This team is probably a 3 million coin team, I would say, early on. Maybe a little bit more. Pogba's not going to be cheap. Pogba's about 500. Conte's about 400 or 500. Aubameyang's about 300-400. Son's about 500. KDB's about 300. Van Dijk's 500 to 700. Maybe even more. Varane's at least 200. So you're talking big bucks with this team, man. This is a pack opening team. All right, this is a cool team because this is very cheap. So to the guys that are watching, this is an affordable team. The most expensive player in this team is going to be the keeper or Ben Yedder. So not more than 20, 30K in my eyes. The keeper is all decided on the price of 85s at the time. So just keep that in mind. He should be solid in net. Then you've got a medium-high left center back. And Konate, who's solid. That's a very nice partnership. I like the hybrid that you do. Klosterman looks pretty good. I'm okay with that. And then you obviously get... the strong link to Konate, Cyprian, Andre, and Aurora in midfield. You've got 3 pretty much discard midfielders. They're not going to be expensive. and they all have 70s in the stats. Russillian's going to be a little bit more expensive just because he's going to help link a lot of people's teams. Onyekuru, Ben Yedder, and St. Maxim, a very fun front three. I am huge on Onyekuru, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm huge on him. So if you're looking to build a starter team and you're looking into players and starting to, Onyekuru is one of my favorite starter players that I think you guys can incorporate into your teams. The guy is 4-star, 4-star. He's just got a really nice card. So I really like his card. I would look into it for you guys early on. I don't think this team is going to cost you more than 50K, 60K. I think the only problem, the thing is that it could get over that price is just because of Ben Yedder and the keeper. If you actually eliminate the keeper, I would say 50, 60K. With the keeper, probably 70 to 80K, but very nice team. This man said he was inspired by my video, so he wants to use those guys. Let's see what's he at here. So Mendes, Thiago Mendes, Orar, those are very good cards. Herrera's really solid. Balde Diao, sick, 4-star, 4-star. I love the back line. There's a really good option to you guys that are looking for a French league keeper. Lecomte is an 82 for Monaco, so that's a really good option. I know a lot of people were looking for that. That's a great option. All right, we got this starter squad coming in from Morg's FIFA. I don't think this is a starter squad by any means, but it's a nice-looking team. Neymar and Mbappe is going to be the lethal combination early on next year. Robertson's going to be sick as well. Van Dijk is very good. Varane is sick. Alisson is sick. Carvajal is pretty solid. I think Carvajal is pretty solid. De Jong is pretty good as well. Dembele is sick. Baby Blanc is unbelievable. I think that card is so good. This is a really, really nice team. Obviously, it's super expensive, but I think the only downside about this team that I don't like is that you have to force Robertson into this team. I don't think Robertson's that good this FIFA. De Jong is going to be okay. You'd probably run a narrow 4-1-2-2 with this team because you'd have Blanc as your left or right center mid. De Jong also with one of those, and then Essien as the DM. Essien's maybe box-to-box, though. I think Essien's high. So maybe you use Blanc as the CDM. Then you got Neymar, Cam, Dembele, Mbappe striker. That's probably what you do. Again, another team, guys, that is going to be in the millions of coins, so don't even bother. This guy says made this one earlier in the day. I like this. Look, I think it's very important, guys. If you can go French all around, try to do that, is what I would say. So that's kind of what he's done here, and then he's kind of made a hybrid out of the top. That Ben Yedder. Gelson Martins was also a thing if you guys want a 5-star skiller and you don't want to use... I think he's a 5-star skiller. If you don't want to use Balde Diao, Gelson Martins is good. Then Ndombele Sissoko is a perfect link. Konate, Upamecano, Klosterman. There's that keeper, man. I'm telling you, that's why I don't think that keeper's going to be cheap. He's an 85, and he's also in like half the people's teams I've looked at today. Russillian, Amadou. Yeah, solid card, man. Solid cards in the team. I don't think it's expensive. Again, just the keeper and Ben Yedder are going to be expensive. Probably 100K because of Sissoko and Ndombele. But affordable team early on. All right, this is a Serie A team, so this interests me a little bit. Lautaro Martinez, I looked at his in-games. He's got such a freaking good card. Muriel's in there as well, who's just pace-wise good, sweaty good. Correa is also really, really solid. He's the Lazio guy. He actually had a lot of team of the season last year, I believe. It was good. Brozovic is going to be a solid box-to-box. Biglia is not bad. Parolo's not bad. Martinez is actually the Ajax transfer. I think he's got like 75 pace, 78 defending, something like that. Abraham's good as well. Onana's solid. Da Costa's good. Tagliafico's good. This is like a 40, 45, 35K team. This is not an expensive team. So if you guys are looking for a cheaper team, this would be your option. That's probably going to be the last team I look at today, but I think I'm going to have another one of these videos today or tomorrow, guys, because you're sending me so many squads. So if you guys want to add your squad to the Twitter post, it's on my Twitter. Thanks for watching the video. I will try to bring you guys more of this because this is actually fun to get an insight of what you guys are using early on. Peace out.